Hello.
Lily is getting comfortable behind this and shaking my computer. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're here to chat about our. I hope I picked the. Yeah, I did read the right one. I always question if I read the right one or not.
I always do the same thing. By the way, I love this cover. I know it's not like a clinch cover or anything. But that color is like my favorite color. That bronzy orange color.
So yes.
Cool. Is there a step back? Mine doesn't have one.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't think I have the step back either. I read this on my Kindle.
Does yours have the like? Is it ripped out or just not there?
No, it's just not there.
Oh.
But I also bought the Kindle version and read it. So.
Yeah, same. I read. My library had the ebook, so I read it that way.
My library had the ebook, but it wouldn't let me send it to my Kindle for like that one.
So mine did that for on my phone. It kept like defaulting to like the Mobi kind of PDF, which Kindle doesn't accept anymore. But then I did it on my iPad and it let me do it. So I don't know. It was like regular PDF form on my iPad.
Oh, but I don't like to read on my iPad, so.
It let me send it to the Kindle app though. So then I just read on my e-reader.
Interesting.
You don't like reading on your iPad?
I hate it. No.
Oh, I love it. I love the continuous scroll option. I love it so much.
I did what Cheryl did.
I use my sister's Prime, so I don't ever have any credits on my own that I have for mine. So, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who doesn't like just physically reading anymore. Like, I have to read on my Kindle.
I did not remember the last time I physically read a book. Like, I genuinely only read my Kindle. And if I am picking up a physical book, I'm probably listening to the audiobook at the same time. Yeah, it's bad. Like, I just love my e-reader so much.
I'm just like in bed. I was like, I can't get comfy with a paperback.
Like, and I want my lights off. Like when I'm in bed, like maybe we'll have like a candle or something, but I just want the lights off. So it's like, no, I'm not reading a physical book.
Yeah, it's way more convenient.
Yeah. But I am nervous about doing this with historical romances. I feel like it wasn't for this one. If they ever change anything, like the ebook would be updated.
Oh, that's a good point. Like when we read Whitney, My Love, we'll have to read probably the physical.
I do. Well, I have to read my physical one.
Yeah.
But even like all the Lisas that she's changing, like.
I know.
Yeah. What are you guys reading right now before we let everybody join?
I literally just finished this one, so nothing yet.
I finished this one a while ago. I was reading an Omegaverse by Jillian West. I feel like all I want to read is Omegaverse right now. But I was also reading the Stealing for Keeps by Rebecca Jenchek.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I finished Comeback, so I wanted to read that one too.
That's what I have to read next.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I liked it a lot. I just love her books. I'm not a contemporary romance. Like, something about her books I just love.
They're so good.
They are.
Yeah, I have like arcs to get to this coming weekend and next week.
Yeah. I'm reading Irreversible by Jennifer Hartman.
Ooh, so how is it?
I'm only like 10% in, so we're just getting into like the
setup.
So, yeah, but I do have Comeback to read next too.
Oh, it's so good. I feel like you guys will love it. That's funny that you prefer holding the physical book in your hand, Josie. My dad's like that because he was reading Onyx Storm and I gave him the copy and the first thing he does, he takes off the dust jacket and throws it and he has to have the physical copy.
No, I did read it physically because I was not going to pay $15 for the ebook.
Ouch.
That's how much it was?
I'm pretty sure it was because I thought it was 10 and Tori looked because we were like, we don't want to like.
Yeah. Have to hold it.
And the font in that one is so small.
He likes the maps, so he'll like flip back and forth to like look at the physical like map because he reads a lot of fantasy. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense if you're reading it.
Yeah.
$15 for the Kindle.
That's crazy.
And it is probably number 1 now in the Kindle store. So imagine how much money they're making off of
that bank.
This didn't have an audiobook though, right?
No, I don't think it had an audio.
No, it didn't.
I saw that yesterday. I was like, oh dang, I'm gonna have to spend all day today reading. because I always wait, but the audiobook always makes it so much easier.
Oh wow! Like I was just looking at Rebecca's books. They're the top 3 are all her books right now. That series.
They have been for like a week,
and they're all 15 each.
Well, the first 2 are in KU.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I'm assuming they still are, but they were in KU. The 3rd one's not. Ginny's Christmas portrait. Oh,
Grace Burrows. Okay.
Oh, I haven't read this one yet.
Nice. Oh, all the missing pieces.
Laura and Catherine, both are good.
Yeah, both good ones.
Her favorites.
Oh, I'm so into Mafia right now, so I'm very excited. I do take my dust jackets off, so sometimes I get stuff on them.
I haven't read a physical copy in so long, but I don't think I used to.
You would keep leave them on? Like,
yeah, I think I would just leave them on.
I always kept mine on too.
I'm like, where do I put? Like, I feel like the Onyx Storm dust jacket is just sitting over there, and I'm like, where do I put you right now? Because I don't want it to get smushed
on your bookshelf.
No.
Okay, no Onyx Storm spoilers because a lot of people haven't read it yet.
Yeah,
I really want to read this though.
This was good.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
It's
good. It's not a romance though.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's literary fiction. It's literally a retelling of Wuthering Heights. So it's messy, angsty, toxic, like drama, but it's like Daisy Jones and the Six style. So it has romantic elements, but it's not a romance, which are some people are having issues with reading it because they thought it was and it's not.
I thought it was because I've only seen like romance people talking about it too, like that I follow.
No,
interesting.
I've never seen this.
It's the figure skating.
Yeah, I see the cover.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Oh wait, she's a thriller writer?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not in the traditional like romance genre sense. So I wouldn't say like it's not sports romance, contemporary romance, like it's literary fiction with romantic elements,
subplot.
Would you compare it at all to Magnolia Parks or no? Like with the messiness?
Maybe, but it's even messier.
Sounds fun. Okay, wait, did I read this one? Is this the like college one with the professor?
Cheryl said she thought you read it.
I think.
I don't know. I had never heard of her before.
I'm pretty sure you read it.
I did read this. I did.
That's so funny.
You guys know more than I do about what I've read. But I think it had. Where's the other cover? Yeah, it has the gate on the cover. I did read this one.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Thank you so much, girl. Listen, the way in my all the series I haven't finished video where people are like, you forgot this, because I know you haven't finished it.
No.
Listen.
Calling you out.
We can go ahead and start about As You Desire. This is my first Connie Brockway, I believe.
Mine too.
Same.
What did you guys rate it?
I'm so curious about this because like usually I feel like I know where we're gonna be, and this time I'm like, I don't know where you guys are gonna be.
So what'd you rate?
I'm gonna give it like 4/4.5.
I'm shocked.
I am also giving it a 4-star.
Okay.
I did love it. Like I feel like if I closed my eyes and didn't see the name, it would be an Amanda Quick book to me. You know what I mean? So, like,
I can see that.
Kind of. So yeah, I gave it 4 stars. It's not like my all-time favorite historical ever.
Yeah.
Travis, there you go. But it was good. I loved the setting, and I'm a Friends to Lovers person in general. So, anyways,
me too.
I just loved it. 4 stars.
Jess, what are you gonna give it, Jess?
I gave it 4 stars too. I feel like I was gonna and people are gonna rip it apart.
We are back.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is our first time agreeing.
I don't know. I didn't know how to read it either. I was like, this could go either way, I feel like. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! Yay!
Yeah,
Okay,
this is amazing.
Yay!
I will say at the beginning, I was worried, but
yeah,
me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
The first like 15%, I was like, ooh, I don't know. And I like set it down for 4 days and was kind of regretting getting back to it. And then I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, let's go.
Yeah. It was kind of slow at first, and the writing was like a little lyrical and flowery. So I was like, okay, very old school historical. But then I don't know, it just like something about it got better as I kept reading. So yeah, 4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
I think the romance and connection got better because like I didn't know their history when he showed up, so I didn't know that he was like already madly in love with her. I was like, oh, it's just this like jerk guy showing up to like sweep her away. But I was like, oh, he like really loves her and he's just insecure and like has trauma. And it was so cute.
Which is like my catnip. I love that.
And then the scene where he was like complimenting her because he was mad that the guy had called her like an English rose, and he did like this whole monologue of like how special she was. I was like, oh my god, I love this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And the mirror he gave her for her birthday had the like, they never addressed it again, but she's like, oh, he wouldn't know that it says this. And I was like, yes, he does. Like, this is on purpose.
I know. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It very much gave like classic old historical, like sweepingly romantic type vibes, which was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, now I see why everybody, like a lot of people love this book, like historical romance readers. Mm-hmm. So I see the hype now.
Yeah.
For a, when was this written? 1997. This was like the epitome of consent too, because he was like put a stop to it when she was even just a little, when she got drunk a lot or like tipsy, which was really funny. And he's like, no, you're drunk, we're not doing anything together, no. And then she got all mad, and then he was like, if she says the word, I'm stopping. And I was like, look at you.
I know. Yeah, I liked that about him.
Yeah,
she did get abducted a few too many times, I think. Like for me, I was like, oh, here she goes again. Like, how is she getting into these situations?
She kept putting herself in bad situations, like leaving by herself all the time. And I'm like, ma'am, could we not?
Yeah. Okay, but the last time was not her fault. They were after her on purpose. So it was his fault.
Yeah. Well, and didn't he get like captured at one point too and had to like break out of some place? So I'm just like, all these people are just getting like taken in by people and having to escape and like get out of these sticky situations.
Yeah, he was beat up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it was funny in the beginning how they like accidentally kidnapped her and they literally had to pay someone to take her instead of selling her. That was funny. She's like, wait, you're paying him? And he's like, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You didn't realize who you were? That was funny. It had funny moments like Amanda Quick does. So
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I just liked both characters. I feel like with recently some of the historicals we've read, I've either found the hero like a jerk or the heroine annoying. But like I like both of them individually, so that helped too.
Yeah.
I did think that like half of this would take place in England. Like I thought they would go back. But
yeah. I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, I loved that it was in Egypt. That's such a cool setting to me.
I did want a little more of the like archaeology aspect because like he was super into it and she did a lot, but we didn't really see her translating like anything, even though that was like such a big part of her character like growing up. So
yeah, we could have done more with like treasure hunting vibes for sure.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what was happening with the scroll that she like that papyrus thing.
Yeah. Which I was glad it came back into play because it felt like it was just going to be kind of brushed aside and never talked about again. So then it did kind of come back around.
But that was the only kind of like treasury part that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like half the book she's like convinced he doesn't even like her, that they're just friends. I'm like, ma'am, please.
Yeah. Well, when she talks about the time when she went to his house and like tried to make a move on him and he shoved her away, so she's like, oh, he doesn't like me. And even like her was that other woman like a housekeeper or kind of like looked after their house and stuff for her and her grandpa? And she was like, he likes you, he loves you. And she's like, no, he doesn't. He's not interested. And she's like, the way that man looks at you.
Yeah. It was funny. But I mean, like, I was saying, like, if you made a move on someone and they like that drastically push you away, you would be horrified. So it's just like,
yeah,
there were no signs. I did feel, because this made me think of like from a teacher's perspective, like how did people with learning disabilities even like learn before like there was any like, so this was in the late 1800s and he's like, literally they just like kicked me out of school, like I couldn't read, so they're like, so like too bad, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, for a while when he said they tied him to the, or like strapped him down to a chair until he would finish it, and I was like, wow.
There's a couple books that have this kind of idea. Like obviously like The Duke and I has it with a stutter.
Yeah.
And then which one was it where he was put into a Flowers from the Storm, where he was put into like a facility because they thought he was crazy, but he just had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he found it hard to communicate. Yeah.
Which I get, that's why he didn't want to go back to England, because he was like, there's nothing for me there. Like at least here I can do my job and like all of that.
And no one knows there.
Even though everybody knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, we know, we don't care.
But she never, like, I was like, no one told her. Like, she never, like, heard about it from someone.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sad. But then how she, like, left the hieroglyphics for him to come find her, too. Yeah. It was so cute. He's like, you know, I can't read. He's like, well, look. It's like.
Yeah.
They did friend on each other. Yes.
And when he gets injured and she's having to look after him and his cousin shows up and the housekeeper's like, you need to go. And he's like, but Harry's there. And she's like, no, he's fine, but you can't be here. Like, get out of here. And try to like set him
take
up.
Off his pants.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, thank God that man's gone. Let's get this man's pants off.
And then he shows up the next day. He's like, who took your clothes off? He's like, don't worry about it. Fine.
Yeah.
But it was annoying, like when she was kidnapped, that the person, I forget who it was that like saw it happening, told the cousin and not the hero that she had been kidnapped. So I was like, he's not gonna be able to do anything, and he didn't. He like broke his leg, and now they're both stranded there, and you're just like,
I know.
Come on. It was funny though.
Which I was glad at least that, because we got that like kind of other woman's perspective, that Marta character, and then we also had the cousin. And I felt like other authors might have taken it and made them like villainous. So I liked that this didn't. Yeah. They kind of just had their own little, like they weren't right for these people, but they had their own little stories. Like they didn't have to be the bad guy.
That's such a good point, because that's such a pet peeve of mine, is like the villainous, jealous woman. Ugh, I hate it so much.
Same.
Yeah. I mean,
even the cousin and
yeah.
At the end, he was like, okay, she's like an enigma. Egypt, I don't get it either, but like they work for each other. Like I'm just gonna bounce out of here.
Oh, the moment.
It had some, like the romance wasn't really
just in the beginning, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to think of because like the setting itself, but
yeah. And it was funny, like the cousin was doing everything that was supposed to be like sweeping and romantic for her, and she's like, "Oh, the flowers are just annoying." Like, I don't like this.
When she kicked all of them, and then he was like, "Oof, that was rough to watch," or something. Like
yeah. This was cute. I'm gonna see. I don't know what else she's written for Connie. Is this her? I'm assuming this is her most popular one.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I did notice when I was looking for the ebook of my library, an audiobook came up in the Bridgerton series. Like she wrote something with Julia.
Oh yeah, she has. I think there was like 3 of them who wrote kind of a little.
Yeah, it was her, Julia Quinn, and I think Eloisa James.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's so interesting that they wrote, but like in the Bridgerton series or world rather.
Yeah. Well, on the cover of this, it says an author of A Dangerous Man. So I wonder if that's another one of her like popular ones.
So there's a sequel to this book.
Who does it follow?
It sounds like Janess and Jim.
Okay.
And it sounds like this is like way more adventurous than this one.
Ooh.
Oh, the next one is?
So she wants to prove herself as an archaeologist. So she wants to find the location of a lost city. So no one's going to escort her. So I think that this guy, Jim, is going to escort her.
Interesting.
And they're trying to find this lost city together. That sounds fun. The daughter, their daughter? Braxton, what's his last name? Is that Braxton?
Yeah, it's called the Braxton series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's Janess Braxton. Yeah. So
it is her daughter.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
This one looks super good too. Like, look at that cover. I don't know if you guys can see.
Oh,
this is a part of her Royal Agent series. So the hero is like a former spy, and the heroine is a informant that he's getting information from. So that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I feel like I would definitely read more of her books.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
I know. While it was like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they don't have a high as rating as the one that we read, though.
While it was like pretty lyrical writing, though, I feel like it was really easy to like get through. Mm-hmm. Like I never felt like I was like slogging through it at all.
It did for me a little bit, like kind of the like 10 to 20% range. It was so just like lyrical where I would forget what they were even describing because there were so many just like adjectives and all these like flowery words, and I was like, what is he talking about? Like I already lost the plot here.
Yeah, just in the beginning it did feel like
I was in the beginning. Yeah.
And then I think I got used to it, or it stopped as much.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there were a couple of phrases that kind of felt like too modern for the book, and now I don't remember what they were, but I was like, what did they use that? I meant to Google it because I know, Samantha, you always Google the things. You're like, is this accurate?
Was this word used back then?
It does sound fun with the archaeology and like going on an adventure. But I was confused at the end, like they were saying there was like that giant sandstorm coming, but they were wrong that there was a giant sandstorm coming and it didn't come. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, did it happen or did they just like get the weather wrong? Like what happened there?
Because I don't think there was one, but they were like, oh my gosh, we have to find her because she's going to die in the sandstorm.
Yeah.
When the other people arrived, they're like, there's no sandstorm. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
No.
I doubt it, but we can look. Do you know who is writing? Jude Devereaux.
Oh, yeah.
Your fantasy?
Fantasy. I think I think this week or something.
It does, and I looked it up, and it has a 3.3 star rating.
Yeah, already. It has all early reviews.
The last two books she wrote was the ones with Julia Quinn and Eloisa James, and that was in 2010 and 2012.
Interesting.
I think she's still alive, though.
Yeah, she is.
She did write in 2014. The Songbird Seduction.
Maybe she's also going to be writing a fantasy romance.
Oh, wait, 2015. Highlander Undone. I don't know if any of these are like republished things, though.
Yeah, the covers look really weird. Yeah. But she didn't switch to romantic suspense.
Yeah, like, true. Which was common. Yeah.
Are you sure
that she didn't write romantic suspense?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see it.
She wrote a contemporary called Hot Dish, and it has 3.08 star rating.
Hot Dish? What kind of title is that?
It says she wrote 20 historical and contemporary romances since 1994. So I don't know.
And she lives in Minnesota.
Some of these covers could use some help.
That's why I said the covers look really strange. Like some of them are gorgeous. Like look at this one. This one is from 1994. Like that's stunning.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But then some of them look like she made them on Canva.
Like almost indie style, almost like some of those. Like 10 years ago.
And even the title.
Louisa James is still writing. She has like stuff out now, which I feel like hasn't been great.
Like,
but
this is the one she came out with in 2013.
Oh.
It like
has
like
a Western?
I don't know. It's called Heaven with a Gun.
Okay.
There's 47 ratings. That's it.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on with Connie.
One of the reviews on this one says pretty swell.
I mean, straight to it. Oh, it's a novella.
But I also don't think I've seen Louisa James's new stuff.
Yeah, she was doing like the kind of similar to like what Sophie Jordan I think did at the end, kind of like just those ladies on the cover for a bit.
Okay.
Louisa James is very hit and miss for me though.
Yeah.
So I don't actively read her anymore.
I've maybe read one or two of her books.
Yeah.
I've read a few. I don't know what Connie's doing though.
Don't know, but whatever she wrote in the 90s is what looks best.
That worked, yeah. Or this book worked for us.
But yeah, I did like it. It gave like Amanda Quick, Connie Mason vibes.
It's so funny that the P.O. boxes are in the back of their books. They're like, send me mail.
Yeah.
Oh, so she did self-publish. Interesting.
That makes sense because the covers are truly atrocious. So sorry.
Okay. Well, so some of them were with Montlake though, that I was finding.
Oh.
Like some of the later ones.
But like authors like that who literally just stop writing like that, like do they just live off of the royalties or like do they go get normal job? Not normal jobs, sorry, that was the wrong thing to say. Like different jobs.
You're about to say real?
Samantha.
Terrible. Canceled.
Like Connie, put the hobby down. Go back to work.
Canceled.
Oh no.
No, I'm just like
maybe she just retired. Like I think she was of a certain age anyways, you know? Yeah, she's 70 years old.
Oh yeah, she probably just retired.
Oh, I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like if you're writing these types of stories, I can't imagine like
but this sequel came out in 2011?
Oh.
2011.
What a jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it says Montlake, so I don't know if she like self-published and then published with Montlake.
Okay. That's probably why the cover for that one looks so different.
I was trying to find a better cover for it, and
that's
I couldn't.
Same. Yeah, they were all the same.
Like the font looks like it's something from Canva. Like.
So I wonder if I don't know, like if her contract like ran out, or she just didn't want to up with editors or publishers anymore, so she went indie, or like I don't know. Maybe if that didn't work out, she stopped writing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, her contract probably was over.
Yeah. But like all of her books, maybe this was just like people didn't use Goodreads, but they all have like 300 ratings, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of them were published like early 2000s.
Yeah, there's only like those first few that have like a few thousand reviews, and then after that, nothing.
How long has Goodreads been around?
I've had Goodreads since 2011, so.
Because I'm thinking like people who were reading these books like as they were being published like in the 90s, like they're not going to go back and update their Goodreads.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Same. And like I can't imagine the maybe like women who would pick these up at like grocery stores would be going on to Goodreads and rating them. Like I feel like they're just reading it for fun.
Yeah, so this was 2006. Goodreads launched in 2006. So you think of all those people who read it like when it was being published, like They're not leaving reviews.
True.
Yeah, but even her like stuff that's like 2012, 2013 has like 100 reviews.
But then those are her indie ones too, so maybe less people even reading it out because that's like early days of like Kindle readers and stuff.
These are so bad. Do you see this?
Yeah, that's the one I looked at too. I saw that one.
Like, oh no.
Who is making this? And they all have bad ratings. It's the 3.2.
Ooh. That's pretty low.
But not her other stuff.
So maybe just stick to her ones with publishers, the early stuff.
The early, late 90s books, the one that has.
I wish she had audio. That makes sense, so she doesn't have audio now either if she's not with her publisher, but.
Oh, yeah, because she went indie.
Like, I would read more of it if they were on audio. I think there's only a couple. Maybe even only like one. Oh, she has 2, 3. Oh wait, the sequel has an audio book.
Sequel? Ooh, really?
Yeah.
What's the sequel called again?
The Other Guy's Bride.
Oh, okay.
The Other Guy's Bride.
Straight to it.
Wait, isn't this the sequel? That was the same cover. Let me look. Yeah. Oh, I guess she must be engaged, I guess. Okay, but this does not sound like it would be. I guess this would be if this first book took place in 1890 and it's their child and she's an adult now. It'd be like early 1900s.
Oh.
Because it says falling in love against all the reason with another guy's bride. I was like, do people say another guy's bride in the early 1900s? You know? Another guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Let me see if the library has this. I don't think mine had any of hers, but.
That is so true, because normally people would be referred to as their title, not guy.
Other guy.
Dude.
That other bro. I think we choose other bro. Like, it's 1920s, ma'am. Titling her books is not her strength. Justin.
Oh, that is so cool. That's cool.
I like that.
To be alive when all of these were coming out.
What an era. What a time. Well, yes and no, right? Because it was like a lot more shamed, you know, like, oh, the women picking up their books in the grocery stores. I mean, how much has changed?
Like it's the same today, but
yeah. And not much has changed.
Yeah.
Did you see even like Rebecca Yarros is being deemed like a smut author, even though she's literally the best-selling fantasy author today?
I don't know why they
wasn't it like a UK newspaper or something had that in there?
It was like an article. Yeah.
Yeah, people really overuse the word smut like heavily.
Yeah. But I was like, numbers don't lie. Like literally we were just talking about the Kindle store. Like she is the top 3 spots. So
it's super frustrating.
I mean, yeah, it's one thing not to like her books, but
it was Variety.
Oh, they did it too? Oh.
I just saw people talking about it. I didn't see the actual one.
Yeah, I was telling the girls earlier, okay, even Brandon Sanderson said to leave the Romantasy people alone. He literally said Fourth Wing. He's like, people are getting into fantasy by Fourth Wing, and that's fantastic. So leave the people alone.
People get super weird about like the trying to like gatekeep all that type of genre stuff and just bash. It's
yeah,
so
we're just weird in general.
But they like feel superior for what they read, but then they get mad at people for reading it.
And like too, when something is really, really popular, people automatically think it's overrated. It's like, okay.
It's not like Brandon Sanderson isn't super popular.
But they think like they're like the cool kids for like not liking something popular.
Yeah. This is funny though that Frida was in the top for so long. Listen, I read Frida finally. I didn't love it.
Like it?
No.
I heard people say that's not her best, which I don't know if she has like best or like great, but I feel like people don't like the new one that you guys read.
I mean, I think every like popular author gets this. Like Colleen Hoover gets it. Everyone.
Yeah.
But like to be fair, I did not like Iron Flame. I gave that like a 2.5 star. So I didn't like Iron Flame, but I'm not someone who's like aggressively gonna hate on something, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even like Fourth Wing and never continued on, but I love her success.
I forgot about that. I forgot you
and I love like that people have come to fantasy because of that. And I'm not over here bashing her. Like,
but you didn't dislike it to dislike it. Like you had valid.
Right.
Like
I tried.
Iron Flame 3.5 stars, and I didn't like Onyx Storm. So
yeah.
But I'm not like bashing the whole genre and like getting mad about it. I'm getting mad at people who are trying to insult me.
Yeah.
That's not it.
But that's because we're adults and we realize that reading is
right, exactly.
Right. I mean, my all-time favorite books, people don't like it. So
it's true.
I was just for Frida's book. I was shocked by how like I don't want to say like basic, but like the writing was just like she went to the store. She found a man. And I was like, this is like, and I guess it's more like catnipy book. Like you can just get through it, and there's like some twists that are good. But like
a formula, like a very formula.
Well, maybe that's how she writes so many. If it's just very simplistic.
Well, I'm just saying, if she's writing that book, I'm sure she is out of adjectives to use. Okay, like she's like, here you go.
She writes so much though, and like they do have twists, but like the twists like didn't blow my mind like everyone says they do. So.
By a lot. It's like the top genre by a lot.
Yep.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that clip that she said
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Audible posted it. So she was doing something with Audible. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She was like, I'm reading Onyx Storm right now. I love
You should do audiobooks. I love her voice.
Yeah.
I think she has actually before. I think that's why Audible was. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I guess that like, why would she be doing an interview with Audible?
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
she has before.
That there's another actor who like loves Fourth Wing. What is his name? He's a Broadway star.
Gordon Fisher?
Yes, thank you.
I love watching his reading updates. I was like, yes, you love.
I can't think of his name. He was in the TV movie.
Someone at like the, you know how they come out for like the meet and greets and stuff. Someone had them sign their girlfriend's Kindle.
Aww.
And he was so excited. He's like, yes, let me sign this. It was so funny.
It's cute.
I feel like seeing him in Hadestown would have been magical.
Yeah. I would have loved that. Oh, it doesn't say. It just says that they were talking and she talked about Onyx Storm.
Oh, Cynthia.
She's a Sundance Visionary Award honoree. And that's what it says on this post. So
interesting.
Listen, wasn't it Audible though who was making fun of people who read fast?
Oh yeah, like their ins and outs of 2025.
Yes,
and it was not funny because in their out they said like judging people for their reading preferences, and I was like, that's what you're doing.
You just did that yourselves.
And I was like, your platform goes that high. Like, do you not want people to use what you're offering? Like,
exactly. If anything, they'd get through the books faster and buy more books from them. Like,
right. Yeah. I did like that they have the wrapped feature. I don't know if they always do that, but I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All your stats. But I don't know if their hours are like the actual physical hours you listen to or like the hours of your books without sped up.
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, mine's kind of low. And then I was like, well, also it doesn't include, because I was thinking like all audiobooks. And I was like, oh, this isn't Libby. This isn't Hoopla. Like, this is just Audible.
Yeah, I'm not an Audible girly. I like some Audible originals, but I just use Libby and Hoopla.
But a lot of indie books aren't on there. So
yeah.
That I want to listen to.
True. That's true. Then I'll just read the ebook.
Well, so this does say I listened to 51 books and I listened to 150 hours. So that does count my physical actual listening time.
Yeah.
I would say. And not like sped up time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited for our next book.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next book? Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cover.
Meg Cabot.
Yeah, and it actually sounds really good. And it's short. It's only 336 pages.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
All the historicals have been so long. Oh, yes, this was 390. But
yeah.
I don't know if this has an audio, though.
I don't think it did when I looked. I know it had like an ebook through Libby and stuff at the time. I can't remember if it had an audio anywhere.
He's a ship captain.
Mm-hmm.
Did she start writing historical first? Because this says that this is just her third book.
Probably just under this pen name, maybe.
I don't know. She looks,
but I don't know. Yeah, as I say, she looks really young in the back. So I don't know. I was surprised she even wrote historical when we saw this one. So I don't know.
No audiobook. We'll have to read this with our eyeballs. Unless you want to do text to speech.
I was actually tempted to try that, but I was like, I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I could. Yeah,
I've done it a couple times only with our book picks. The ones like I'm just like, this is too much history in here. Like, let's just text to speech this.
A shorter book is nice every now and then.
Yes. And I'm pretty excited for all of our like upcoming picks. I feel like this one gave me
too.
I don't know. I wasn't in a historical romance mood for like the last couple months, and I feel like I was really just reading it for like this book club. But now I'm in more of a historical romance mood.
So the ebook's only 249 pages. Even shorter.
Is it in KO? Probably not.
No, it's on Libby and Hoopla. Maybe.
Okay, but will it let me send it to my Kindle?
I know.
Jess is gonna email Libby. Excuse me. Did you know?
Oh, it's listed as a Patricia Cabot, Meg Cabot.
Yeah.
I can only hold it for 21 days, and I'm not gonna read it before then. So I'll still read it 2 days before. One day, a day of. Listen, I like remember more that way too, though. So.
Oh yeah, I read this a while ago, and I actually regret it. Like, because I was trying to think of like actual details. So
all
I had
the
to go
details.
Goodreads reviews to remind myself.
Yes, I love the little mail-in stuff they have in the book sometimes, or those little like cutout thingies too.
Oh yeah. I wonder if anybody like actually you have to like write your credit card number on here and mail it in.
As someone who literally works in credit card fraud, that gave me the chills.
Yeah.
There's like a survey in the back of this one, and it's like you could win a year of romances. Fill out this survey for St. Martin's Press. And it's like, oh my God, what time of day do you listen to the radio the most? What radio stations do you listen to? What TV programs do you watch?
It's all very radio inspired.
Have you visited our website? Have you purchased books online? I guess in 1999.
Yeah, because you also have to think that's like the era of like the Avon catalogs and like the
true.
Like when people would get like those gift boxes like through the catalogs, and they would like flip through them, like the chocolate pears and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because where do you most often buy books? Independent bookstores, chain bookstores, so Barnes & Noble, B. Dalton. Know what that is.
Oh.
Books A Million, Borders, Crown, Laureates,
Borders, though.
Borders! You know.
Borders. Those are the days. What were the other ones? Oh, Books A Million's been around that long?
I guess. Books A Million, Crown, Laureates, Media Play, and Walden Books.
Borders. R.I.P.
Interesting.
Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't care for Barnes & Noble. You will never find me in a Barnes & Noble.
I love a used bookstore way more than
I like a used bookstore, and then some. Now a lot of the used bookstores
even
will
some
get
indie ones.
popular releases.
Yeah.
Too, so I would just go there. I don't know why I don't like
same.
I feel like it's like Sephora or Ulta where I can't just like browse freely. Like I feel like there's always like an employee like, can I help you with something? Can I help you with something? I'm like, no, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
At Barnes and Noble?
Yes, or maybe it's just we have one Barnes and Noble within like 20 or 30 minutes of us.
Well, I just feel like you're gonna see the same stuff in everyone. So it's like, okay, I know what I'm gonna go in and expect. And I love let me like go and find things. I don't want it to just be all the same everywhere.
Oh my goodness. My favorite used bookstore was in a mall, and RIP COVID killed it. The paperbacks were $1, the hardcovers were $2. It didn't matter if it was like new release, what type of author. It was glorious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true when people don't have used bookstores around them.
I have a lot. So maybe that's why I'm not a Barnes & Noble person. And all of those used bookstores are closer than my Barnes & Noble.
I just feel like mine don't get like new stuff that often, like the used bookstores. So I'm just going like, oh, I've already seen these things.
Yeah.
But you never know what you'll find.
And I am horrible and order a lot of books online. So sorry. I do. I just don't like going in the outside world, you know?
I mean, true. But there's sometimes like cute special editions. Like I just saw the Barnes & Noble for Heavenly Bodies, and I didn't know like that existed, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I bought it.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I like when they do like classic special editions too. I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
Yes. And the romance section is so much bigger now in Barnes & Noble.
100%. It's like tables and tables, which is so nice.
Oh my gosh, it was nice.
I don't know what the fancy ones look like. I feel like mine has always looked the way it looks.
Oh, they redid both of the ones.
I think the one we went to when we went to Jess's, I think hers was the newer model.
3 stories or 2 stories?
It was
just the way the store layout is.
Like those like flat walls with all the
and
books.
Like you walk through, there's like just kind of like tables and then just big walls of books.
No, that's not how mine is.
Because mine's still like very tight little like shelves.
It's like a bunch of shelves, like a maze kind of.
Yeah.
Well, no, like but the big shelves, so they're all like flat facing out. It feels very
that's the new style.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not how mine is then.
Yeah, mine's the old style.
That one must be the old style because like whenever they do like release parties, like when they did like the Fourth Wing and stuff, it wasn't at the one closer to me. It was closer to like LA. So maybe I just have an older one.
I also did not like going to the midnight release party because it wasn't just like show up at midnight and get your book. It was you have to be here at 8:30 to get your wristband. We have some events, but like you have to be here for 3 hours. And I'm like,
oh.
I like that you guys were sitting in the kids section.
Those were the only chairs we could find. So we sat there for 2 hours.
They wouldn't let you leave?
What? No, we did, but then like we had nothing. We should have just like left when we got our wristbands. We thought they'd have more, but it was like a costume contest. We didn't dress up. Trivia. I didn't reread the other 2 books. And I have a horrible memory anyway, so like I wasn't gonna answer any of these questions. So I wish we could have just like.
Did you guys like see anybody there that you knew, or like people?
Tori knew someone who was local, but no.
But
I was like, I just want to show up at midnight, get my book, and leave.
Yeah,
and
pick up the book.
We're too tired and fell asleep anyways, so I should have just waited. I do love I like that there's more romance bookstores.
Yeah, the one in LA is pretty. I haven't been to the one in New York.
I like them both. I wish there was one by me though. I feel like there's new ones popping up everywhere. Even Christy has one.
I know. There's 2 in Alaska. Like what?
And 0 in Ohio. Come on.
Really?
I don't know.
Was that one you went to kind of recently, or was that just a new indie bookstore?
It's not like a romance only one though.
Oh, it's indie. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Just like
I mean, we have a ton of indie bookstores, but none like of the romance indie bookstores.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I feel like the book industry is just getting bigger and bigger. Like I don't see it slowing down anymore.
I was worried a second when TikTok was gone about the.
Nice to know, but like people are always gonna find somewhere to yap about what they love.
But like TikTok exploded the book industry.
Yeah.
But it also brought ads too. I
believe that.
In some ways.
No, Barnes & Noble was literally going bankrupt. and other not. You're building new locations.
Oh my god, that would be so perfect. Valentine's Day is on a Friday. It's gonna be the best weekend ever.
Oh yes, I heard about that one.
Kamal, you went to like the actual good one with the author.
Oh, with cool. The author?
Yeah,
who was interviewing them? Who was interviewing them? Last year it was that gymnast, wasn't it?
What?
Lori Hernandez. Wasn't she interviewing her at the release party? For Iron Flame? Oh, Iron Flame, yeah. Was it not Lori Hernandez? Let me know. Come on.
No. Yeah. I don't have library sales either.
Yes, it was her. See, if she was there, I'd be like, Rebecca, I love you, girl, but can I get a picture? Can you take our picture?
You would not.
No, I don't want it.
How far is Louisville from you, Jess?
Kentucky?
Yeah. Is that far from you or not?
Over 3 hours.
Okay, I was gonna say there's a romance bookstore there.
I'm like, you could drive 3 hours and still be in California.
I was looking at that cute little map that like the Ripped Bodice put of all the little like bookstores, and I thought it was in Ohio, but it's like right underneath it. I was like, oh.
That's like 3 hours away.
Oh, okay. That'd be a trip.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at this. Okay. Anything else?
No.
I don't think so.
All of our next book club picks are up on our Instagram. If you guys want to see what we're reading next.
Yes, join us.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the date yet for February, but we will post it somewhere sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. Okay, bye.
Bye.